Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. I can hear you.
Okay, ma'am. Then
Okay, you all have shifted to a new place now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you all can hear me, no?
Yes, ma'am. Clearly.
Okay, cool. This problem is fixed now. Okay, everyone's here. Let's start in a minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so shall we continue, guys? Where is this place? Which place is this?
PD block.
Nice. You all can hear me, see me. All is it all clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect then. So let's continue our revision session on section E.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me open the PDF. So in the previous class, we did up to 20 questions. No, now we'll continue. Okay, I think yesterday we could not do it. So shall we continue from the 21st question now? All right. So can you all try this problem? So we are doing section E revision, and in section E we have various topics, right? That is identifying the cash flows, the NPV, IRR. So now I want you all to try this problem. And tell me what is the answer. Okay. So here, what are they asking? Like I said, whenever you're doing a question, the first step that you have to check is what is the requirement of the question. Correct? So here they're asking, how should the following options correctly show? How should she handle the cash operating cost? So, and the rate of return. What should be done, guys? We have to adjust for inflation or not adjust?
Yeah, ma'am.
We have to adjust both, right? We have to adjust the cash flows also, and we have to adjust the percentage also. That is the nominal rate of return. When we take inflation into consideration, we call it as nominal rate of return. So that is why A is the right answer. Whenever we are doing an NPV problem, both we have to take inflation into consideration, right? That means the cash flows have to be converted to nominal cash flows. And how can you convert cash flows to nominal cash flows? By using a nominal rate of interest. What is nominal rate of interest? It is a rate of interest where inflation is taken into consideration. Okay. Can you all try question number 22? So basically, this is not a practical question, right? Because by looking at the options, you will know. So you don't have to spend time in the calculation. Just read the requirement of the question. What are they saying?
Ma'am, over, ma'am.
Which one?
22nd.
What's the answer?
Option C, ma'am.
Option C, because during the cash flow they're asking, right? They're saying in determining the estimated total after tax cash flow in year 2, what should be the things that we have to take into consideration? One is the cash inflow plus the depreciation tax shield, correct? We always take these two things into consideration. Can you all calculate question number 23?
Ma'am, over, ma'am.
What is the answer?
34,840.
How did we get it? What is the depreciation? How much is the depreciation, guys?
Ma'am, 10%, ma'am.
Is 10% is the depreciation? Check correctly.
Ma'am, 8,000, ma'am.
8,000 is the depreciation, but they are asking what is the present value of the total depreciation tax saving. So for how many years?
6 years. 6 years, ma'am.
Okay,
Ma'am,
so
that is
6 years
4.3.
means- So what is the total depreciation for 6 years?
8,000, ma'am.
8,000 is yearly depreciation, no, every year.
No, no, ma'am. 8,000 into 4.355. NPV value.
Yeah, so what is the discount rate? But when are they asking? They're asking at the end of 6 years, no?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
what should you do? You have to take the annuity factor at 10% for 6 years. What is
Yes,
the
ma'am.
annuity factor at 10% for
Ma'am,
6
that is
years?
4.355.
Okay, that is 1 divided by 1.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, grand total. 4.355 into how much is your
8,000, ma'am.
total depreciation?
Into 8,000.
8,000 is yearly depreciation. No, they are
Yes,
asking
ma'am.
what
For
is
that,
the
we are taking
total.
annuity factor, ma'am.
Huh? So how much will it be?
34,840.
Okay, let's check. Just give me a minute.
355.
4.355 into, yes, so 34,840. So option C. Oh, my screen is not visible. Clear, everybody? How to do it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this was an easy question. Next, question number 24. Can you all try
Oh,
this
ma'am.
problem? Have we done this question?
Yes, ma'am.
I think in during the revision time we did this question, right? I mean during classes.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Then how do you all have
Ma'am, we
solved
did in
this?
library.
Oh, okay, lovely. So what's the answer?
10,58,750.
We'll take everything into consideration, how selling price, then how the selling price will decrease. They're asking for year 3. Should I solve this or you all know how to do this?
Ma'am, we solved, ma'am.
Okay, no need to solve. I don't have to solve this.
Ma'am, solve it.
Want me to solve this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So tell me, what is the selling price?
80 rupees, ma'am.
80. But that is in the first year, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
they are asking for year 3 and they are
Three.
saying the selling price will decrease by 5% every year. That means in year 1, if it is 80, in year 2, it is 80 minus 5%. Again in year 3, again minus 5%. So how much will it be? What will be the
72.2,
selling
ma'am.
price for year 3?
72.2.
Going to be 72.2.
2.
Yes. Then what else they have told? How many units they are planning to sell in the third year?
1,25,000.
1,25,000 units. So then what is the labor cost? It is $20 in year 1, but it is going to increase by how much? I said,
5%.
it is going to increase by 5%. So 20 plus 5% plus 5%. So year 3,
22.05.
how much will it be?
22.05.
22.05. What about the material? $30, then it is going to increase by 10%. So third year, what will be the price?
36.3. 36.3.
Ma'am, you're on mute.
So you have to calculate your contribution margin. You all know how to calculate contribution margin. It is selling price minus your variable cost. Your variable cost is your direct material and your direct labor. So 22.05 plus 36.3. This is your total variable cost. And your selling price is 72.2. So what is your contribution margin per unit? How much is your contribution margin? Selling price is 72.2. Variable cost is 58.35. How 58.35? 22.05 plus 36.3. So your contribution margin per unit is 13.85. Into how many units you are selling in the third year? How many units, Nisarga, tell me. Others, tell me. How many units you are selling in the third year? 1,25,000. So 13.85 into 1,25,000. What is your total contribution margin? 17,31,250, correct? So now, from your contribution margin, deduct your fixed cost. How much is your fixed cost?
3 lakhs.
3 lakhs. So after deducting your fixed cost, how much is your cash flow that you're getting every year? How much is the cash flow that you're getting every year?
14 lakhs, 31,000.
14,31,250 you're getting in year 3. Don't you have to pay tax? Don't you have to pay tax on this amount? So after paying tax, how much do you have? After paying tax, how much is the money that you have? How much? Tell me, guys, solve. Should I repeat this? Should I repeat this? Or is it clear till here? Tell me, how much is your operating cash flow after tax?
8,58,000.
Very good, Nisarga. 8,58,750. Is that the answer, or should I take one more thing into consideration? Because 8,58,750 is also there in the option. Should I take that, or should I include one more thing? What is it?
Depreciation.
Is it depreciation, Anusha, or depreciation tax shield?
Depreciation tax shield.
Yes. So this is my operating cash flow after tax. To this, I will have to add my depreciation tax saving or tax shield. How much will that be? That will be my year 3 cash flow. How much is it? What's your depreciation, straight line depreciation? So how much would be the depreciation amount? Have they given you the investment cost? Yes. Have they given you the life? Yes. So what is the depreciation amount? Two million divided by 4. So how much is your depreciation amount, guys?
5 lakh.
5 lakhs is your depreciation. Will you get this entire 5 lakhs as tax saving?
No, ma'am.
No. Only how much? Only what is the tax rate?
2 lakhs.
40%, which is 2 lakhs. Correct? So what is your total?
10 lakh. 58,000.
So option, which option?
Option C.
Is this clear, everybody?
Yes,
Any doubts? So as usual, whenever they ask during stage, this was a cash flow during stage, right? That is in between the life of the asset. That time my relevant cash flows are operating cash flow after tax and your depreciation tax shield. Okay, can you all try this question? Question number 25.
Over, ma'am.
What's the answer?
78,950.
Can you tell Durai how? How did we get? What are they asking? What is the requirement of the question? What is the tax flow
After
for?
tax.
For
In
year
year 5,
3.
ma'am.
Year 5 they're asking. Okay.
Including.
So what is the depreciation tax rate? What is the depreciation tax rate?
Right. 14.5.
14.5%. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
For 5th year. So what will be the depreciation cost into?
Cost into percentage, ma'am. 2,75,000
Your
into
cost
14.
is, yes, into 14.5%. So how much will be the depreciation?
30 lakh.
That is 2 lakh 50,000 into 14 point. No, we should add the transportation cost
2
also,
lakhs.
no? Yes. So 2 lakh 75,000 into 14.5%. How much do you get?
39,875.
So out of this 2,17,000 into 14.5%, you'll get 39,875. This is your depreciation. But will you get the entire depreciation as tax saving?
No, ma'am.
No. Only how much is the tax rate in the question?
40%.
40%. So 39,875 into 40%. How much do you get? You get 15,950. So this is one thing that we have to take into consideration. What's the other thing? They've told how much is the cash flow that we can make in a year, right? Every year 75,000 we can make. But out of that 75,000, how much? How much? We are getting 75,000, but how much do we have to spend? Out of that
Ma'am, into
75,000,
40%, ma'am.
40% will go as tax. So, bacha kitna?
45,000.
45,000. So, what will be, is there anything else that we have to take into consideration? So, how much, guys? 45,000?
Salvage value
Plus-
30,000.
45,000 plus 15,000?
30,000, ma'am.
So how much is the total? Is there anything else that we have to take into consideration? What else do we have to take into consideration?
30,000, ma'am.
Just give me a minute, guys. Do question number 26 until then. Yes. So sorry, guys. I'm back. So where were we? Yeah. We had to calculate what is the after-tax cash flow for year 5, right? So how much is it going to be? What's the answer?
78,990.
What else do we have to take into consideration?
30,000 salvage value.
The salvage value. How much is it?
30,000.
They're telling that assume the machine is sold at the end of the year. Now you sold it for 30,000. Can I say the machine is fully depreciated, but still you were able to sell it for 30,000. So is it profit on sale or loss on sale?
Profit, ma'am.
Profit. So after paying the profit part, how much do we get?
30,000 only.
Is it 30,000?
18,000.
18,000.
30,000 minus 40%.
Minus 40%.
no? That means you'll get only
18,000.
18,000. So add them all. This is your depreciation tax shield. This is your after tax cash flow. And this is your profit after tax on sale of the machinery. So when you add this all, how much do you get? 950. Okay. Next question. Did you all do this question? Question number 26.
No, ma'am.
Huh. So now, what are they asking in this question? Can anybody read the question? Santosh, can you read the question?
The management and utilities company is considering making a service series of investment over the next 5 years to contract a new energy plant. Rather than commit to the full 5 years investment scheduled on day one, management wants to retain the flexibility in the timing and amount of each investment in order to take into consideration further business condition to each stage of construction. Based on this information, which one of the following is real option is the most appropriate for this situation?
What happened? All cool? Why did Durai attack on Santosh? What happened? Huh? Why? All cool? What happened, Nisarga?
Founder is watching.
Souther, please be serious about your studies. Oh, so Durai was telling him not to watch reels and concentrate, is it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Very good, Durai. Please motivate your friend. You all have to be serious, guys. This is a professional qualification. Reels, one after the other, it will go on and on. You'll not even come to know. It's a serious addiction these days. Instagram. Okay. So now, where were we? So what was the situation, guys? They want to make a series of investment over the next 5 years, wherein they want to construct a new energy plant. So rather than to commit for full 5-year investment schedule on day one, they want to have certain flexibility in the timing. So what do they decide? They're asking which of the following real option is the most appropriate for this situation. So what can they do? They don't want to go for it all at once. They want some breathing space, right? So what can be done?
Delay.
They can delay it because that would be the most appropriate situation because why? It will allow them to think and invest. They don't have to do everything at once. Yes or no? So each investment stage, the energy plant might need demolition, excavation, construction. So what can they do? Delaying it would be the proper way to deal the situation over here. So they have the option. They have a real option to delay because they too want to take everything on day one. So that's why you can delay it. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next question. They're asking you to calculate the earnings per share. But this earnings per share is something that we will study in section A. Do you all know the formula for earnings per share?
No, ma'am.
No, it's okay. We'll take up this question later because this is a question on section A ratios. Let's do the next question. Okay, what is that modeling technique that we should use in complex situations where there is lot of uncertainties? I have
Markov
discussed this in
process.
the class.
What
Which one, guys? Which process? That is Monte Carlo simulation. Remember, I discussed about Monte Carlo simulation. It is a mathematical software which will allow us to put multiple variables at a time. Especially when there is a lot of uncertainty, we can use this. Correct? Nenapidea? Nenapaita? So it's a quantitative technique that can be used for risk and decision making where you can take multiple variables at a time. You remember sensitivity analysis ka problem was that it could take only one variable at a time. But Monte Carlo simulation will allow us to take multiple variables at a time because it's a software. Clear? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's see who will get this answer. This is a little different type of question. And a little, you have to use your concept properly. Now, everyone pay attention. See how different they can ask the question. They're asking Janet Jones is an analyst of an all-purpose heater company. Okay, heater company, the analyst. He wants to use Monte Carlo experiment to estimate what is the daily demand for their heaters. And the probability distribution for daily demand is given. That is, they've given what is the probability of one heater, 15%. Similarly, for 2 heaters, 3 heaters, like that they've given. All right. And random number intervals. Now, Jones is trying to assign random number intervals for each of the demand levels. She has done so far for the first 4 levels. If a total of 100 two-digit numbers are used in simulation, what random number intervals should Jones assign for 4 and 5? So for 4 and 5, which is the most suitable one is they're asking. For the first 4, they have done it. So for the last 2, what is it, guys? What do you observe? Which pattern is suitable?
Ma'am, option B and C.
Option B and C is the same thing.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a print error, right? But why are you going with option, what is it? B or C? Is C, B or C correct answer?
Ma'am, option D.
Why D? Tell me the reason. You'll need to tell me why it's D. Why is it D?
Ma'am, difference is same.
How much is the difference?
19. ma'am.
So 65, 89 minus 65 is 24, no? Then why, guys? Tell me which is more suitable. Why option D? Now, see correctly over here. What are they saying? You have to convert the probabilities into numbers. Correct? So, over here they are saying 10% is the probability, right? And numbers assigned is 0 to 9. That means there are 10 numbers. Correct? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Correct? Next probability is 15%. And there are how many numbers?
Ma'am, B, ma'am.
No, it's not B. So can I say here also there are 15 numbers? That is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Correct? Next, what is the probability? 20%. So can I say 25 to 44? There are 20 numbers. Are you all getting the point? 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37,
Option
38,
D, ma'am.
39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Next, 45 to 64 also how many numbers are there? There are 20 numbers. So, you have to next choose an option which will give you 25 difference. Correct? So, can I say 65 to 89 is the option which has 25 numbers in between? Correct. And 90
Yes, ma'am.
to 99 is where 10 numbers are in between. Understood why D is the right answer? Because you have to see the probability and that many numbers only should be there. Got it? Any doubts?
No doubts, ma'am.
See, when you do, you all said B or C, right? Because you did 65 minus 84, you got 19. But we should always include 65 also. So that's why there will be 20 numbers. Correct? When I say 0 to 9, how many numbers are there? 10 numbers? Because you have to include 0 also. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That makes it 10. Got it, everyone? Okay, tell me the next question. All of the following are advantages of simulation except what is the problem with simulation analysis? C. Guys, are you all there?
Yes, ma'am.
So, they are asking over here, all of the following are advantages of simulation model except that A, it allows what if type of questions. B, does not interfere with the real world system. C, generates optimal solution to problems. D, allows the study of interactive effect of variables. So, they are saying all are advantages except one is not an advantage. Which one is it?
Option C.
Why option C?
Because
Why
it's
are you
optimal solution.
Mm-hmm.
Optimal solution.
Yeah, so guys, it allows what if type of question. Yes, this is an advantage. Simulation is very useful for testing different scenarios. What if this happens? What if this happens? So we can put it in the simulation and it will tell us. So this is a right thing. Then it does not interfere with the real world system. Yes, you can experiment without affecting your actual operations because it's a software, right? So this also is an advantage. Then C is saying it generates optimal solution to problems. Now this is not an advantage. Why? Because simulation does not guarantee. It does not guarantee what? Optimal solutions. It only evaluates the possible outcomes, but it will not guarantee you optimal solutions. That's why this is the right answer. Allows the study of interactive effect of variables. Yes, simulation can help you interact with various kinds of variables. That's why C is the right answer. Clear? Is this clear, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Always pay attention to words like except, all of those things. Now, question number 31. What are they asking? What do you mean by net present value? NPV means what, guys? Simple question. What is the meaning of NPV?
Option B.
Yes, excessive of discounted cash inflows over cash
Discounted.
outflows. We should use the word discounted, correct? Because we take the present value. Okay. Can you all try this problem? Question number 32. Your time starts now. Anybody with the answer? You all are still solving?
Option B.
Okay, they're asking a 10% reduction in variable cost would result in NPV value increasing by how much? So first you have to see how much is it currently. Selling price is how much, guys? 100. Variable cost is 70. So how much is your contribution margin? How much? How much is your $30. Now they're saying the cost of the equipment is 1 million, life is 10 years, straight line depreciation, tax rate is 40%, hurdle rate, which is nothing but the discount rate, is 14%. Now they're saying if there is 10% reduction in the variable cost, that means instead of 70, how much is your new variable cost? After reduction, how much is your new variable cost? 10% reduction in the variable cost.
63,
So,
ma'am.
63. So what is your new contribution? How much?
37.
37. So by how much your contribution margin has increased? Before it was 30. Now how much is it? 37. So how much has it increased? $7 into how many units you are making sales?
10,000.
10,000. So your contribution margin is increasing by how much? 70? How much? 10,000 into 7. Correct, which is 70,000. Can I say your cash flow is increasing by 70,000 every year? For how many years?
10 years.
Yes, 10 years. Now I will have to know what is the present value because they're asking the NPV, right? So I will have to discount it. Discount factor at, so can I use annuity factor here?
Yes, ma'am.
Why annuity factor? Because why will I use annuity factor?
Same year. You get same year.
So same cash flows every year. So what is your annuity factor at 14% for 10 years? How much?
5.215.
216. So what is your present value?
215.
How much do you get? Correct? So which is the closest answer, guys? Oh, 1 second. One major thing we forgot, guys. 70,000 is before tax.
Yes, ma'am.
After tax, how much will it be?
42,000.
It'll be 70,000 minus 40%, which is 42,000. So you will have to take into consideration the present value of 42,000.
Yes, ma'am.
And you also have to take depreciation tax shield into consideration, no? Is there depreciation tax shield in the question?
No, ma'am.
So 42,000 into. So how much you will get? 2,19,000, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
This cash flow will be 42,000 into 5.216 is 2,19,072. So this is the increase in the present value. Agreed?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So the easiest way to do is just take it on a per unit basis. Then you multiply it into units instead of doing 100 into 10,000, 63 into 10,000. That is simply going to waste your time, and in the exam we have to see how we can save time. So first you do it in a per unit basis, then you multiply into 10,000 and do it. That can save your time. Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Next question. Can you all try question number 33? All Star Company invests in a project with cash inflow is given and rate of in discount rate is given. NPV is also given. Now they're asking you to calculate the initial investment. So this is a type of a question where you have to do reverse calculation, correct? What is the life of the project? Are you guys there?
4 years.
We all know that this is generally the format that we follow. Correct? Year, how many years? Year 1 to year 4. Every year, how much is the cash flow that we are expecting? 9,000. Correct? Now, how much is your what is it? Annuity factor at 9%, guys, for 4 years?
3.239.
3.239. Correct? So what will be your answer? 29,000? 157, correct? Now we know that this is your present value of cash inflow. You want to know what is your present value of cash outflow, which is basically your initial investment. And you already know how much is your NPV, which is negative. No, not negative. If the NPV is 3,000, can you find out the missing figure? Because this is going to be your initial investment. How much is it? Inflow minus something is your outflow. So how much should it be for you to get a positive?
26,000.
Is it correct? Somewhere have we gone wrong? Tax rate is not given in the question, no?
Yes.
So we know that NPV is equal to what? Present value of cash inflow minus present value of cash outflow is your NPV. So they have told us that NPV is 3,000. Present value of cash inflow we calculated and we got how much? So how much is your present value of cash outflow, guys? Can I say this will go that side, this will come this side. So 29,160. This 3,000, if it comes here, it will be minus 3,000. So what is the answer?
26,160.
Yes, this is nothing but your initial investment, guys. Because present value of cash outflow means what? Initial investment. Is this clear?
Yes.
So how questions can be asked? Okay, can you all try this by yourself now without my help? You have to calculate the project's NPV. They've given you the years. They've given you the cash flows. So how should you go about? Tax rate and the hurdle rate is given. So first you have to find out the operating cash flow after tax. Correct? No, that also they have given already. So you don't have to again do it. Be very careful, guys. They have already told you that this is your after tax cash flows. So all you have to do is find out the NPV. So to calculate the NPV, what should you do? You have to discount the cash flows, right? At what rate? What is the discount rate? What is the discount rate in the question?
14%.
14%. So you have to discount it at the rate of 14%. and calculate the NPV. You know, year 0 mein what will be the discount factor, guys? If it's year 0, how much will be the discount factor? It'll be 1 itself because the present value year 0 means today, right? So this will be the same. Find out the discount factors, multiply it with their respective cash flows, and then tell me how much is the NPV. Your time starts now.
Option A, ma'am.
Okay. So, what answer did you all get?
Option A, ma'am.
So fast you'll finish solving. Okay. Let's see. Actually, we can use annuity factor for the last 3 years, right? Because it's the same. But anyways, what are the discount factors, guys? 0.877, 0.769,
0.674,
674,
0.5,
and
0.519.
okay, now multiply 5 lakh into, you can ignore the zeros for quickness, guys. 219.25, 0.769 into 450. Then I'll take the annuity factor because if I add them all, I'll get the annuity factor, right? 0.674 plus 0.592 plus 0.519 into 3,50,000. I'll get 624.75. But there's one more thing to be taken into consideration. That is in year 6, what will happen? Management anticipates that it will be sold at the beginning of year 6. So beginning of year 6 is nothing but end of year 5. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So that means I will have to take into consideration in year 5 this, what is it? Book value is 0, but still you were able to sell it for how much? $50,000. So can I say the entire $50,000 is
Profit.
profit on sale? So on this we have to pay how much tax?
40.
40% will go as tax. So how much will it be?
30,000.
30,000. So year 5, 30,000 into what is the discount factor in year 5? 0.519. So we'll have to add this 15,570. Okay. So this is all in decimals I've taken, but you can take the whole figure. So how much will it be, guys? And this is in negative, remember. Into how much is 500,000 into 0.877? We got a wrong figure here, right? How much do you get, guys? What's the answer?
Ma'am, option A.
Into 30,000 into... So what's your present value of cash inflows? What is the total that you got?
157.
Somewhere there's some mistake happening. How much did you all get? What was your present value of cash inflow? How much is it? Did you take into consideration that 30,000 in the last year?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so when you take that, you'll get NPV of how much?
157.
1780, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
So you all did it properly, no?
Yes, ma'am.
I think here there was a mistake. I should have taken 4,38,500 will be. Yeah, then you have to do it the same way, you'll get your answer. Clear, everyone? 1780 negative. Because your present value of cash inflow would come up to how much? How much, guys? How much is your present value of cash inflow?
One
How much?
1571.
You should get 5,48,220. And see, you're spending 5,50,000, but you're getting only 5,48,220. That is why your NPV is negative 1780. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, question number 35. Last question, then we'll take a break. And after the break, we'll do the next set of questions where we are talking about payback and all those topics. An investment decision is acceptable if
Option A.
Option A, right? If the NPV is greater than or equal to 0, that time we will accept the project. Basically, if the NPV is positive, we accept the project. Clear, everyone?
Yes,
Any
ma'am.
doubts in any of these 35 questions which we solved?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Shall we take a quick break?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so 5:15, y'all will be back?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.